so bright down here tonight. It feels weird. I didn't turn off half my lights like I normally do, and it's like actually everything is full power brightness. Especially if I do if I lean this way, yeah. Like look at that. That sucks. But then it's okay over here. But I think if I lean forward, it's gonna get bad again. You can see Hector. That's an important thing. I do want to angle it down a little bit so that it's more likely to get my face while I'm fucking hunched over and painting these possessed. Cliff, you have so many points. I'm afraid of the number of points that you have. Oh my god, excuse me. What's this? What is this we're doing? Oh, whoop, I don't need a poster of Return of the Jedi on the board. Possessed. Possessed as the wind blows. Possessed as the grass grows. I need a new wet palette sheet. Because there's no space left on this one. Thank you, Dutiful Cheat. You have done your work. I did get lightly toasted today. Is it that visible? Or do you just know my schedule that well? Well, that might have been too much water. But you know what they say. You're not hiding in my bushes? Well, why not? That's because I don't have any bushes. But Evan probably is. I believe that. For the first time in several weeks, I can't hear you. I thought I'd solved that problem. I wish I could say I believe you. I can't, for the life of me, believe you. I'm certain that this is a long con troll. But it's lovely to have you in chat either way, even if you can't hear me. I'm happy to have you. Now I need to remember where I put my... There they are. How much stuff am I going to knock over? A lot. Not as much as I expected. Yeah, just can't paint enough possessed, so that's what I'm doing. You just don't get it? One day you're going to have to just... Knocked over. I'm gonna have to just like make sure you're nearby when I'm streaming so that I can just like grab your phone and be like this, or your laptop or whatever. Be like, this is why it's not working. I don't know what to tell you. Can you hear the music? Actually, wait. That's a good question. Because that's a question. That's a big question. The answer to that changes everything. Do you hear the voices too? I feel the Lord overtaking me. It's a good thing. Nope. All right. Well, then, there you go. Well... Shucks. Well, shucks is pretty much the only answer I've got to that. I really need to swap out my paint water. Dang. But I'm just base coating, so I'm not doing it right now. Just painting brown. Just painting brown. This is my first time painting any of these beautiful new Possessed minis. I'm really, really excited. Because they're hot. They're sexy. I would smash. I don't actually know if I'm being serious about that, but I love them. Yeah, I have a third of a meat machine. How wild is that? That is officially 1/3 of a meat machine more than I expected to have. Period. Let alone at this time period. Time now. At this time. In these trying and uncertain times, I didn't expect it. But it's all thanks to the generous and loving uh, subscribers that I got here on Twitch, and it's I wouldn't be able to do it without you. Literally, this is my full-time job, making these arts and streaming with you, for you, around you, between you. That's my full-time job, and I'm incredibly lucky and privileged to have that be my full-time job. So everything you do for me counts. Everything you do, every little breath you take, every move you make means a lot to me. Every claim you stake, I'll be thanking you. Yeah, it's been a good Monday. Who gets to help you figure out how to put Twitch on tax forms? Is Claire the tax expert? I don't think Claire's the tax expert. But Twitch did send me a very convenient email with, here's the tax information you need. This is your 1099 whatever. I don't know what the 1099 miscellaneous, I think, is what the form is for money from Twitch. So there you go. But I'll burn that bridge when I come to it. It's it even though it probably isn't early to think about taxes, it feels early to think about taxes. But yeah, it's almost like Twitch knows that there's going to be a ton of absolute dinguses with no life experience or practical skills who need to put Twitch on their what's it called? Taxes. There's still time to slather yourself in barbecue sauce and let the bears decide. I mean, there's always time to let the bears decide. Just not necessarily in the way that you mean. And the barbecue sauce reminds me, I think for Streamiversary this year, because it's in June or something, I think Streamiversary might be the brisket stream. Whether it's specifically brisket, I'm not sure yet. It might wind up being something that my wife will actually eat, because I don't want to be the sole consumer of whatever I smoke on stream. But I think that's my Streamiversary. Is I put all my hobby stuff outside and I sit outside and hobby while I make the food do good. And I just pray it's not raining. Let the bears. What are June's meat interests? She doesn't eat beef. She only eats. The only pork that she eats is bacon, with the occasional pork belly. But she'll eat fish, seafood, birds. Not quite keeping kosher, but not pescatarian or vegetarian either. Just like minimal red meat, I guess you would put that as. Bacon is the most un-Jewish thing. It is no small source of amusement to me. that like bacon is a fucking staple food in our house. But as I said, she doesn't keep kosher. She's not worried about that. Oh, I should have gotten fucking more Basilicon Gray when I was out today, and I didn't. Like a fool. It's alright. I'll survive. I'll make it through this plight. I can dig on a low red meat diet given my deal, but I lean pretty heavy on pork. This is a fairly pork minimal household, especially because it affects my gout. Like, the only pork that's usually ever in this house is bacon. And granted, it's a lot of bacon, but that's it, typically. I also just, like, don't have... I don't even know where my brain was going to go with that sentence. But I don't have, you know? And that's an issue sometimes. Ooh, I'm so excited to not be able to tell what's metal and what's not. Because I primed everything metallic. Wings smoke pretty well. Oh, I should do that. That's a thing I haven't tried. I have smoked, what is it? I smoked lamb for a Passover? I want to say I did that. I don't think that's right. I can't remember what I smoked for a Passover one time. I'm pretty sure it wasn't lamb because that's not... I have smoked thighs, and they turned out very well. Let's just... Can I get more in there? Yeah. Let's get more in there. Is that meat? No. It's metal. It's meat metal. It's metal meat. You got your meat in my metal. You got your metal in my meat. I always feel like wings are like the least efficient part of the chicken. Like, give me the actual meaty parts and not like the tiny little bits that you gotta work to get meat off of. Like, fuck that. Most wing preparations work equally well with other chicken parts. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the appeal of wings, but I also don't understand the appeal of like football and heterosexuality. So I'm off to a bad start there. This synthesizer sounds like the Klasky Supo noises from like the Rugrats. Probably gonna kill this, which makes me sad. I was out today and restocked on hobby stuff and didn't think about restocking this. So useful. So you already know this, but all the weird Rugrats musical noises are marked. I do not already know that. That's cool as fuck. Ba 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 ba. I didn't know that. That's cool as hell. Why is Mark Mothersbaugh involved in Rugrats? Or was, I guess, considering it's been, what, 40 years or some shit since Rugrats was a thing? That's gonna be... I feel like that's gotta be rude. Maybe. I don't know. These darn possessed with their not really making a clear distinction between, you know, parts of the body and parts of the armor, because I guess they are the same. Turns out if you make weird music, you know your way around a studio. Same sort of track that brought Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo to film scores. I mean, fair. I also just kind of figured that, like, I don't know. I think there's a level of creativity that you have to be like, yo, Bahamut, what's going on, buddy? Great to see ya. No, these are actually, dare I say, just regular possessed. They've been slightly converted because I can't leave well enough alone. But they're just the new Chaos Possessed. Because I only have 10 painted Possessed, and I need to have at least 20. So these 5 will make my 15, and then I just need to get 5 more. And that new box, which these guys are from, is just sexy as hell. So I'm excited to buy another box. Holy shit!
Deathvi just subscribed.
Clip
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Deathvi.
What a fucking champ, Clip! The bars must be filled!
Weaselboy66 just subscribed. Clippert gifted a tier 1 sub to Weaselboy66.
I appreciate you. And your dedication to filling my bars. Which I wish I'd thought about before I said out loud. But I mean it. I'm also glad that they went to who they did, because I like Deathby's been hanging out in chat a lot. I know you didn't pick. I know it's just random or mostly random, but it means a lot to me. Oh fuck! Plus that means confirmed Portal 2 playing with Wifey. Oh shit! She's gonna be excited about that. She's in a work meeting right now. She's gonna be very hyped to get out of her work meeting and be like, "Oh, Portal." That's exciting. I'm happy about that. Clip, you're a man of the people. Yeah, I mean, so right now, they've been primed silver. I just put some Rhinox hide on the bases to start browning those bases. Now the armor bits, all the metallic bits and all the red bits are gonna getting Basilicanum Gray thrown on them. Because that's just the first step of that for me. It's also generally like the least exciting and most tedious, so I'm glad that I'm doing this when I get to talk to people. And I'm not just sitting here quietly, ruining the day. Oh, but I did pick up some, what is that shit called? The Dirty Down Rust. I picked up some of that today. And I am excited to use it. To find out what the hype is about. To have the experience of a lifetime. Of my dreams, even. Oh, cool. Man, I don't know what it is about this bot that's in the server, but it doesn't go off until much after streaming starts. 'Tis a shame. Yep. That's gonna be meat. Oh. Fucking hell, Claire. Is this because I... and then immediately lurk. Do not like brush. Fair warning, the Dirty Down Weathering stuff is like pure poison. Oh, but I can't not. Fucking drops the Godzilla sound, immediately lurks. I'm gonna be so excited to kill Claire's character in D&D. Might do that tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow night's game is gonna be so chaotic. I came up with another encounter that I forgot that I wanted to run. That's based on the psychic winds that are in the DMG, except altered a little bit. It's gonna be great. And by altered a little bit, I mean altered a lot, so as to be actually like a dangerous experience. Also, you can't expect me to not brush lick. To come back around to that, I can't not brush lick. There's not a reality in which I'm capable of that. I'm just gonna have to, like, die. Does it even say poison on there? Danger, extremely flammable. Keep away from ignition, no smoking, avoid static discharge. Causes eye irritation. Wash after handling, store in a cool, dry place. If swallowed, call a doctor or poison control center. Rinse mouth, do not induce vomiting. Okay, fair enough. Oh, you got Pathfinder tonight? Fuck yeah. We love finding those paths. You should wear a hazmat so you can't lick. Okay, so I actually do have a mask right over here that I use when I airbrush. So I will have to throw that on to keep myself from doing that. Did you choose for the card to be blue, or is that random? Oh. I like putting stuff in my mouth, y'all. I feel like that shouldn't be a surprise to any of you at this point in our relationship, at this stage. With how far we've come, you should know this. Oh, he's got a funny little tail. I didn't notice that before. What do you think of Flamecraft? I don't know what Flamecraft is. Am I super foolish and not paying attention to something that I definitely know what I'm talking about? Because I probably do know, and I just don't know that I know, you know? How many times can I say no in a sentence? Does anyone know?
Shut up and take my money.
Oh, God.
I am at 0M cheer 10. The mouth is where it's at.
Oh,
Rude
criminally,
Socrates,
yes.
No doubt about
Oh, my
that.
God.
But the
Yes.
mouth is where it's at.
What?
The mouth is a wonderful thing.
What?
Lick, taste, saliva, flexible. Perfect combination for sex, even better since it works out for both genders and same sex. Sex. Got a dick? Put it right in there. Got a pussy? Let me show you how many licks it takes to hit the center of the G-spot right. Got both? Cool, I got 2 mouths. The mouth is amazing.
2 mouths? How do you have 2 mouths? Adam, why does your mom let you have 2 mouths? What? 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 Okay, I mean, I'll take that over, oh God, my brain just ended. Oh, Adam, since you're in chat right now, I just saw this. That song Big Breakfast by Tom Cardy, I fucking play to myself every time I cook breakfast on the weekends. They're apparently working on another game in the universe after their space game? Fuck yeah. No, I mean, you can increase sunglasses too. I'll take it over what Claire did, which is just drop a Godzilla roar and then lurk. Fucking spook the hell out of me. And then lurk. Just show up to drop a Godzilla roar and then lurk. Not fucking interact, just hide. Like a One Piece fan does. If anybody else is out there who's a big One Piece fan, know that I'm mostly kidding. This is just a thing between me and Claire. But mostly, not entirely, just mostly. After dropping a stupid copy pasta cheer, I mean, fair. Still, a stupid copy pasta cheer is like, what is it, 10 bits? That's like 6 cents into my pocket to hear some weird internet shit. So, I'll fucking take it every time. Oh, here's another thing I probably needed more of, but didn't get more of.
Wow.
I did a bad job refilling all my stuff this week. By this week, I mean earlier today. Oopa doopa. Alright, I'm hoping that I've just got enough time between waiting for the bases to dry and waiting for the metal to dry that I can go in and do meat. If I do W's, it takes over a minute. That's 6 cents a minute, isn't a great pay rate. 36 cents an hour is Parisian wages. I mean, no, the pay's not great. But I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this for the love. And y'all have ample love. Look, I wasn't going to question your math because I didn't even think that hard about it. I'm not painting on camera. Oopsie fucking doodle.
Shut up and take my money.
In it for the exposure.
M cheered 10 in IT for the EXPOSURE.
I
Put
mean,
your fucking
what?
hands up!
Oh god. Oh god. Hey, thanks. I take it that meeting's over, huh? Boo, 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 boo. 360 is even less than the Georgia tip wage. I think 360 is less than the Maryland tip wage too, but I've never actually worked tip wage. Sad the closed captions are completely covering the mini. I can fix that. Nope. There we go. You can also just turn off the closed captions in case you were confused about that particular point. I'm not requiring that you have closed captions on. Used to make tip wage, dark times. Yeah. Now you make Amazon money. Which is to say billions of dollars. Congratulations. Oh, I didn't know I didn't want to work with food until after I was already working with food. Basically. And like the actual work ain't that bad. It's just married to someone who has never not worked with food. Oh yeah, I guess your wife is a full power, full-time, never-ending chef queen. Which, if you don't get that for her as like a mug or a plaque or something, like, what's the point? Full power, full-time, never-ending chef queen. Just to get a clean take on that.
Shut up and take my money.
Clifford cheered 10.
God.
If you ask Rick Astley for a DVD of the movie Up, he won't give it to you because he's never gonna give you up. However, by not giving you up like you asked for it, he's letting you down. This is known as the Astley paradox.
Holy shit. How have I never heard that? That makes me very happy. What else makes me happy is that we hit our fucking sub goals for January. So I want to play some Portal 2 with my wife and look like an absolute doofus doing it. Because she is the fucking smart one in the family. Let it be known that if I ever refer to her as my better half, it's accurate in just about every way. The first 15 minutes makes me cry, so it's kind of also protecting you. Hey, so I watched Up one time. I watched the first 15 minutes. I bawled my eyes out. I watched the next 15 minutes and was bored out of my fucking skull and fell asleep. And that was my experience with Up. I woke up and I had no idea what was going on. And I was like, well, I guess the movie's over. I don't feel like I need to watch this and find out what actually happened. Do I want... Oh, what is going on there? Okay, yeah, I do. It gets much more interesting once the dog shows up. Well, I wouldn't know. Man, I'm going to have to actually look at this and think about what gets painted and what doesn't. Which does mean looking at things off camera, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Thanks, bot, for making my socials on the screen. Thanks everybody else for giving me reasons to use my socials. Because being social with y'all is a reason to be on the internet, honestly. Otherwise, I'd just
Shut
be...
up and take my money.
Oh, God.
Sing Junebug cheered 10. Am I just not showing up in chat? Lol, hello?
Junebug, you are not showing up in chat. Lol, thanks for trying it that way. If you're on mobile, I definitely would say get out and come back in. Possibly even restarting your phone. Because Twitch Mobile sucks, and I need Twitch to understand and hear that. It's a bad user experience. All we saw was you get your hands up and that cheer. Yeah. I love this crab man. This crab man is my favorite. He's got big claws like a crab man does. I specifically chopped up this dude so that I could have a possessed with 2 claws, because why wouldn't I? Daddy loves his crabs. He's a Maryland boy, ain't he? Down the ocean. Also, for what it's worth, no, I did not just misgender myself. I was creating a character, creating a bit. That's the Maryland boy. You know? Carcinization is the future the LGBTQ community wants. There is one step, and it is crab. Weird meat around the feet. Weird feet around the meat. You just can't escape it. Hey, there you go. Now I see you. Now you're here. And you're queer, and we're used to it. Ooh, and like all good crabs, he's also got a bonus tentacle. Uninstalled and reinstalled? Fuck. I usually just restart my phone when it is weird like that. Does he have abs? Does he have bare-ass abs? He does. That's sexy. Gonna fight Twitch and Bezos. I heard that part. Lol. Is that meat? Is that metal? We're leaving it metal. Oh, that tongue, though. That wild tongue. A new challenger has approached, and it's the tongue coming out of this man's leg. Man, why can't I have a leg tongue? It's bogus. Oh. It is the year of our calendar 2023, and you get to paint a Space Marine in a crop top. Brave New World. Fuck yeah. It's gonna echo the bear crab arms if I paint the backpack like that's meat, so I'm doing it. Let's go, champ. It's gonna look so cool. Wouldn't want it any other way. I'm actually wearing a crop top right now too. You just can't tell because I'm a hunched little gremlin. And I'm wearing a shirt underneath. What did you miss while you were fist fighting Twitch? We were talking about food service and what that industry is like, and how tip wages are too low, and we should be using the Japanese model for that. Well, we didn't talk about that bit. I added that just now. I called my mom a troll and a liar for saying she can't hear me. Does he get cooked crab arms or raw crab arms color-wise? I mean, he's getting human quotation marks there. He's getting my unhealthy word bearer skin color arms. Probably with a gradient towards the darky purple black like I did on my Renegade Ugrin. Coconut crab arms is a good idea. Although that's fucking terrible. And I now need to ding myself for accent. Ogrin. It's an Ogrin, Horn. Do I get to paint not one, but two fucked up Space Marines? Is it just the one? No, it's just the one. Okay. I gotta decide what chapter he's gonna be. We should take a bedazzle the coconut crab arms. I'm annoyed this plays audio in the background, but stops updating chat when I'm doing other stuff. Twitch mobile fucking sucks. This is the theme of the evening. Fucking hate it. It won't even pip the stream the way it does Drew. But that's weird. It should. I wonder if that's a setting that I have to interact with that I haven't for some reason. This guy's got the longest leggies. Excuse me. You toggled pop out off and on and now it works. Well, I'm glad that you toggled for me. That's what gets me hot. That's the only way I can finish. And I now have to never think about that again. Oh God, these minis are so cool. I'm angry that I get to paint minis that look this cool. What the fuck is this emotional reaction I'm experiencing? Oh, are you gonna do weird neat things with your face? No, we're gonna leave that helmet looking. That's fine. One of the toggles you can set is chat only. Yeah, just in case the streamer is really ugly. I really love listening to this person, but God, I can't stand fucking looking at him. If your streamer has a face for radio, that's why that toggle exists. It kills the audio? That's a separate toggle? Oh my God. Then I don't know. I no longer have a funny joke. That just seems like a bad design. I'm sure that there's a accessibility reason that I'm overlooking, but I don't care for it. If your streamer has a face for radio, they should be VTubing. Fair. I kind of, one of the goofy stream thoughts I've had is just one day doing a VTube with no warning and never acknowledging it. And then just like the next stream go back to a normal one and just not talk about it ever. But I would need to learn how to do the VTubing things, which is definitely doable. Don't ever mention it again, just do it. There you go. Oh, these tentacles are gross. Why do I paint the gross tentacle armies? I know why. Sometimes I do chat only if I'm watching Bennett on the TV. There you go. We have found a reason. And it was exactly the one that just got proposed. Verbally. Not verbally. Textually. Metatextually. Yeah, there are reasons. And I couldn't think of them, but they exist. And there you go. We figured out what they are. Oh shit, points for the total.
What does that bring us to, Jimmy? Show us the numbers. Jimmy, oh my god, this backpack has eyeballs. Oh, that's dope as fuck. I didn't even realize. Instead of vents, the backpack just has eyeballs. I love that. I love that for me. I'm sure as hell not typing on the PS4 app. Oh god, no. Oh, 420,690. No, that is what it is. Look, I set that goal after minutes of careful research done by asking people how high I should set the number. It was intensely peer-reviewed. Yep. I even gave everybody an out and said, hey, if we can hit a smaller number, for instance, 69,420, we can make it happen. But nope, they skipped right over that because math. And the fact that it was like impossible to get there. But y'all are 22% of the way there already. It's been a month since I set this. It started, I want to say, not even the first week of January. And we're here. Maybe it started in December. I don't remember. Time is a flat circle, y'all. If someone does remember, it's not me. I'm just built to groove, okay? Incorrect, time isn't real. Didn't I just say time isn't real? I don't know, what did I say? Time doesn't mean anything? Time is a flat circle. Oh, sorry. Man, my bad. How dare I quote one of the greatest seasons of television in human history? One of the only things worth interacting with television for. That being Honest Inspector, Season 1. Too much malorting? Yeah, and I even have all this new malort on my desk that y'all can't force feed me because you gotta get me blind. You know? Oh, what's going on there? The whole... Oh, it's a Mark IV torso that's turned into a Meat Ford torso. You get about 2k points a stream? Well, so that's only 5 streams to make me Malort, which also sounds really sexual when I put it that way. So I can malort you and do the max donation. I mean, you can. You just shouldn't. You can do a lot of things. You can kick puppies. You can vote Republican. You can say things like, herbivore, but you should. Those are all morally offensive. Just giving the lay of the land. Okay, I mean, fair. Meat fingers, meat hands, those are the normal fingers and hands. You paint enough armor, you realize, or you forget, that things being made of meat is kind of their standard state, actually. They're supposed to have this meat. The gods wanted me to have meat hands, which is why I do. So one of the reasons I kind of like having Malort around, this is gonna get real dark. This is gonna get really dark. So just be prepared. And then I'm gonna pull it back out, and we're gonna be back in comfy, happy territory. But one of the reasons I like having Malort around is that I feel like it's the ultimate test of if my drinking is under control or not. Because if I'm not going like, oh man, I really need some alcohol, let me just drink some fucking Malort. That'll be fine. That is an acceptable way to put alcohol in my body. Like, as long as I'm not doing that, under control. This is a joke, for the record. If Life is Thirsty went directly to June's point total, we'd have a situation on our hands. That's illegal. You couldn't do that. Not just because I don't want you to do that, but also because I don't know how that would work. As far as I know, points can only go from viewer to streamer. From viewer to the void. Look, the Great Maw is ever hungering. This dude's so ugly. Sorry, bro, but you are. Oh, there's a bunch of arm that I didn't paint. To infinity and beyond. That's where your channel points go. Oh, I've got a lot of the color I want in that spot. Oh, I can't wait to paint that big knee eyeball as an actual eyeball. That's gonna be fun. There's just so much good flesh on these gentlemen. These fine boys. When Age of Sigmar hit, I was sad the Great Maw died with the world that was, but then they started embellishing the new maps, and apparently the Great Maw had kids! Yes. I always thought the Great Maw was honestly like one of the best parts of Warhammer Fantasy lore. Which, you know, shocking. Fucking shocker there. But it's cool. A comet alien crashes. It's got a big mouth. It's a Sarlacc pit. Ogres worship it because it can eat more than anything. That's fucking cool. We should all be so lucky. Forgot this is the tail guy. Fuck yeah. What a cute little tail this dude has. And he's not wearing any pants. He's just got a loincloth. I should have sculpted some twig and berries for this man. Although, possession, Space Marines are trans, you know. Who's even to say? And it's guarded by ravenous giant insects with bladed limbs. Well... Also, that's being gender reductive, assuming all men's got wangs. I know that's not true. Point is, I wish I'd sculpted some junk on this Space Marine. But then I wouldn't be able to paint it on Twitch, so... You win some, you lose some. Hey, dude, I'm feeling fucking good and frisky. Frisky is not the right word. Feeling footloose and fancy free. Feeling funky fresh. I'm feeling like Ronald McGoddamn Donald. Ooh, we got flesh. We got flesh. We got more flesh than we know what to do with. Blade-limbed insects. That could just be praying mantises. No, it's Tyranids, I know. guess I need to double check all these pauldrons. See what kind of meat's growing out of them. Actually, for the most part, it's just spikes. That's nice. Okay, cool. Where is the brush that I want? Oh, it's right there. Ow! That was sharp and in my body. I stabbed myself with a sculpting tool. Don't worry about it. When we were having the smoke chat, but the local grocery started carrying Tillamook smoked cheddar. Don't think it'd be good to cook with, but you grab some because it sounds like a great eating cheese. I haven't had... Well, that was an interesting stutter. I haven't had... I can't do it. My mouth doesn't want me to say the name of that company. I have not had smoked cheddar from that company. However, I love me some fucking smoked cheddar. And I will go so far as to say smoked cheddar in a nice baked mac and cheese. Oh! So, there you go. Took me a couple tries to get to that, but those are my feelings on that. The company is employee and farmer owned, so I dig their ethics. I didn't know that. Fuck yeah. Suddenly I like... What the... Why can't I fucking say Tillamook? Apparently I have to get angry about it. I did not know that about Tillamook. That's fucking dope. I didn't realize that I had been, like, cursed by the Fae to not be able to say Tillamook. Except now I can say it. So I guess I broke the curse. Whatever I did. Oh wow, that's just a lot of debris that didn't stick to the base. Ah, quite annoying. So I don't know if anybody else has this experience or if I'm just an extremely aggressive painter, but I feel like crackle paint a lot of the time scrapes off. I don't know, maybe I have a bad batch of crackle paint, maybe I'm just too aggressive with my dry brushing, but like I feel like I have to go back over it with like a layer of glue to like make it actually stick to bases. Ooh, I'm about to be out of water, and I'm thirsty. This might be a convenient time to take a little break. But not yet. We'll get there. Where did there is? Making sure this is the filthiest conceivable random piece of terrain. Excuse me. Time to dry brush the armor bits. And hope that Paul McCartney goes back in time and quits the Beatles. It's the other thing that I'm hoping while I'm doing this. I don't know why I just decided to have vocal antipathy, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta do it. So antipathy is a really fun word, and I feel like would be a great drag name. Everyone, please welcome to the stage Antipathy, or maybe a like a derby name. Oh man, so while I was out today at the hobby shop doing something unholy, I caught a glimpse at the Chosen, and for some reason I didn't realize they're as big as they are. Like, my brain was like, yeah, they go on 40 mil bases. They're as big as Stormcast, and for some reason just couldn't comprehend that meant that they were going to be, like, enormous. But they're big. Shock. Awe. Surprise. That was a little more than I had intended on. Which didn't make it any less tempting to buy them. Because we love a big boy. Oh. I didn't do the front of the legs. That may present an issue. Ooh. But I didn't see any of the regular Chaos Warriors, which made me sad, because I kind of wanted to pick some up for bits. I don't know if I just didn't see them, or if they didn't go on sale yet, or if the store had already sold out of them. I don't know. I mean, I want the Chosen for bits too, but they're a little harder to justify as far as number of bits and volume of bits, like per ounce, dollar. Something like that. Man, I don't have enough skull knee pads in my life. I need to just own skull knee pads to wear around the place, you know? Like, what am I doing without skull knee pads?
Put your fucking hands
Oh my
up!
god! Thanks, June! See, that's why that sound is there. Because I do that all the time. I am doing real bad tonight. Move my target up? But it's the center of the camera. Wearing knee pads around the house when wifey gets home sounds like a recipe for danger. Danger or fun? Define danger and why I wouldn't necessarily want it. And I'll get back to you. Excuse me, this sounds like a lewd joke. It is. It's almost like that ticker needs to go up. But also I work from home, so I don't get home often. I mean, fair. Though honestly, like in my mind, at least the way the house is currently set up, and like the way our lives are, the second you go upstairs, you stop being home to me. Like you could be in another world. It's like, well, it was nice seeing my wife. I guess I'll see her again in 8 hours when she's home from the office. And then I get a pleasant surprise when I remember that it's a lot easier for you to come home than I thought, because you just have to walk down some stairs. The ADHD brain is powerful, and not to be trifled with. You missed the underside of Flail Arm with meat recipe? Flail Arm. This guy? Oh, you're right, I did. Thank you. Flip, how do I paint models without a second person to help me? Named Flip. I guess I don't have to worry about it. Because you're here. doing it. Grooving. You know. Thank you, is what I'm getting at. Flail arm. Flail arm. What you flail is what you arm. Find us now at Toys R Us. If you don't buy your daughter a flail arm, do you really love her? Ten out of 10 experts agree the answer is no. Oh, itchy nose. All right. I think that's gonna about do it. Found out they're giving Harley Quinn a cartoon, the Harley Quinn cartoon, a Valentine's Day special. I saw an ad for that. It's the extremely problematic Valentine's Day show, right? I'm pretty sure that's something problem. I know they called it problematic, which made me really happy. Excuse me. Yo, what's up, Commander? How you doing this evening? Wonderful to have you in the house. Metaphorically. If you are literally in my house, that's cool too. I just don't know how you did it. Painting some more Possessed tonight. Because a Wordbearer's army cannot have enough Possessed. It's in the rules. Home Defense Lizard will clear up any misunderstandings. Send me pictures? Oh, it snowed today. There you go. Yeah, did I just say this? Did I not? Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna say I just finished season 3 of the Harley Quinn show today. Did I just say that, or did I think it? Deep enough to see Abby's biceps. That's probably true. No Abby yet? Oh shit. Fishing to your phone to try to send a picture. Other than the intro. Just had the first aquarium scene. Oh. I feel like where does a triple murder. Yeah, bonus points. That game feels both like longer and shorter than I remember it being every time you play it. And it might be just because I never watch you play the whole thing consecutively in a row. But like it feels like it warps time. That it's like both shorter and longer than it was last time. Oh. Not trying to throw my minis, but I will if I have to. Conveniently, I don't think I have to. Alright, here is my plan, letting y'all know. Since we're at that 90-minute mark, I want to finish painting these shoulder pads and do a quick another dry brush of their base. And then I'm going to take a quick little break. And then I'm going to come back and keep painting because I'm having a good time. Oh, that's a cute little bee. I think it's a bee. It looks like a bee. I don't know how it could be anything else. Big spikes coming out of everywhere. That's the name of the game. All right. Maybe I'm just gonna make this dying space marine on this one base have black armor because I've got this out, so I might as well. He'll be an Iron Hand. Why not? They're a cool loyalist chapter. Let's go. It's almost Abby time. E. All right. Now, like I was saying, I'm going to dry brush the base. Bit, 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 do this. Like you said, Arby's time. I mean, Abby's got the meats. But no, it's not Arby's time. I'm actually a member of Anti-Arby's Action. Because I don't think their food's that good. And I will say that every single time Arby's gets brought up. Until there are no more Arby's. Only then will my dark passenger be sated. God, letting me watch Dexter was such a fucking mistake on the part of the universe, because now everything is just a dark passenger. Just the urge of my dark passenger. I love it. Yeah, you've created a monster, June. Well, actually, okay, no. In fairness, my parents and society created a monster. Yes, we do have to finish the last season. Oh, God. Or we can just leave it the way it is, and I can say that I've seen all first 5 seasons plus the final episode, and that's it. Because that sounds like a great thing to bring up every time someone mentions Dexter. And that I watched the final episode first. Like, I actually prefer to, I prefer to watch Dexter in the way it was intended. I really think that the screenwriters had a vision that they set out to create.
Sir, are you classified as human?
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
I'm on screen, maybe.
Sir, are you classified as human?
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
I don't have any water, so I'm gonna have to go up and get some meat support. What do you mean move my target up? Which direction is up? For my murder entertainment, I take Hannibal and True Detective. I think both Hannibal and True Detective are better shows than Dexter. You keep sitting on the end of it that's closer to you. Oh, got it. So you mean just... move it towards me. Towards. Okay. I'm gonna get water. I'm doing a quick little break, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna paint them red. Either aim for the top or move your camera. I moved my camera. My camera didn't. It did. It's just the placemat. Waiter. No, water. Water? Waterino. Hey, if you can't hear me, there's no way you could have known I was talking about water. So the gig is up, madam. I know I'm more off. I'm compensating. Well, I'm compensating for a hell of a lot, let's be honest. But I think I'm compensating for where my hands are. You can just barely hear me? Still pretty sure I'm getting trolled. Alright. I'm going on break. Now. I'm coming back. Later. You can thank me in the morning. Okay, I feel like that was an exceptionally long break, and I apologize. I should really like tape this in a more convenient position instead of just dropping it to the floor every time. But that requires some forethought, some foresight, which I don't possess. I don't pizzazz, apparently. What's the next thing I want to do to these guys? Add red? Is it red time? I think it's red time. Oh, that's another thing that I needed to get more of and I didn't get. God damn. Okay. Just gonna fucking put them on my list right now. Fix the box. The box is fixed. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I've accommodated for the way my hands are behaving tonight. Just wait. This is more important. Flush Terror's Rod. Silicon Andre. Okay. I moved the mat, not my camera. I haven't painted since I moved the mat. Y'all can stop being rude to me until you know I'm wrong. Motherfuckers. You can give me as many told you so's as you want. Once you find out if I'm wrong. But since I've been graduating to the south, that is not the term I meant to use. I'm accommodating. I'm compensating. That's the word. Not accommodating. Damn it. Whatever. I might be right. That's what counts. I might be right. It's highly unlikely, but it's entirely possible. Oh fuck, and I forgot that I wanted to do that thing with those two things. So, let's get my black contrast paint back out and get it going. It might just be a lunatic you're looking for. It's possible. I feel like there's more teeth on these Possessed than on like any other mini that I've painted in the last 18 months. Like they're just so toothsome. They got teeth everywhere. Where's that chainsword? It's over here. My friend is quoting Billy Joel. I mean, is that really the strangest thing that's happened on this stream? Like, that's the thing that's taking you aback? Is the quotationing of Billy Joel? Hey, I have a shelf right there. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I know that intimately thanks to my elbow. When I was young on long car trips, we had like 8 cassettes to cycle through, and one of them was Billy Joel's Glass Houses. There you go. We used to listen to George Michael and the Grease soundtrack. Those are and the Cats soundtrack. Those are like the 3 that I really firmly remember as a little kid. Oh, and Guys and Dolls. We listen to a lot of show tunes. Ugh. We listen to a lot of show tunes. And somehow, I was surprised to find out I wasn't straight. Yeah, I remember those soundtracks. Did you listen without prejudice? No. Because I was a white child. I did not understand how to dismantle prejudice as a child. Do you remember asking from the back seat, what does loudly with virginity mean? Yes. I do. Mother, as your adult child, I would like to confirm that every time that you were mortified or otherwise embarrassed and uncomfortable with being a mom, though every single one of those moments is perfectly recorded in my brain. I mean, the George Michael fan to LGBT person pipeline is pretty established too. Yeah, I mean, between George Michael and show tunes, hence years of therapy. Yes, indeed. And there's nothing wrong with years of therapy. Years of therapy made me a much better person. A healthier and happier person. Better able to maintain relationships as an adult. And more able to express my desires to my friends and family without harming anyone in the process. Therapy is strictly good. Even if we're joking about it. I have only positive things to say about going to therapy. Everyone should do it. There are no exceptions to this statement. If you think you are the exception, you are not. I thought I was the exception. I was not. Alternatively, allow me to be manipulative. If you really love me, you'll go to therapy, everyone. Isn't that funny what I did there? I did something you shouldn't do. I'm sure there were alternatives. You could have gotten out of the soup cans and just whooshed all those thetans out of you. No, I don't... I don't think Scientology was ever an alternative for me because I don't think I'm gullible enough to join a cult. Like, yeah, I paint miniatures and I play Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gullible enough to join a cult. Did I just call Scientology a cult? You bet your fucking ass I did. To all the Scientologists out there, get a better hobby. Leave your cult. Do something better with your time. All my homies hate Scientology. You're too hard-headed to be a cult joiner? Yeah, there you go. Sometimes being stubborn pays off, and if it doesn't, you just need to keep being stubborn until it does pay off. You know? You're exactly distractible enough to forget you're in a cult. That is also fair. Was I supposed to hand out pamphlets? I forgot to. Oh, what is it like? That's it. That's the whole thought. Just what is it like to be in a marching band? Nope, that's the rest of the thought. Painting the meat. You never know when the meat is meaty enough. The meat never stops. The Cult of Personality. In Living Color, great show, horrible band. That's my hot take. The Cult of Personality. I really hate that song. It's the point that I'm making. Even though you probably weren't referencing the song. Somebody out there's thinking it, and I need them to know that they're wrong. Alright, did I get all the red on this man? I at least got most of it. It feels like they don't have much red on them comparatively, but that's just because there's so much meat. Thank you! It's just putting red on it. That's my secret. It's just one layer of this fancy schmancy red that does all the work for me. It'll get fooled around with because I can't leave well enough alone. Simply unfooled around. Oh, geez, what is that a fucking thing for? Corey Glover tried to make running around in a body glove happen, and that level of confidence is frankly enviable. I mean, I could be paid to run around in a body glove, but I wouldn't do it just for exposure. I don't think that's quite where I meant to go with that concept, but we did wind up there. That's for damn sure. That's gonna be red. That's gonna be so red. It's gonna be redder than it's ever been. It's gonna be better red than dead. One thing I do like about this kit, and I'm not always this kind of Warhammer nerd, but I am in this case, is that like you can clearly see different marks of armor, even though they're all horribly morphed and mutated. Like this is definitely Mark 6 armor. I did not expect the gay icon of 2023 to be a robot murder doll. I don't know. I saw the trailer and had a feeling that Megan was going to be serving all year long. Like that movie looks like what I wanted Malignant to be, or what people sort of made me feel like Malignant was, but wasn't. Like, that looks like the campy horror murder fest that Malignant was in, like, the last 10 minutes of that movie. Which should have just been the whole movie instead of all of the bullshit leading up to it. Which was, like, really tedious and unenjoyable. But it looks like Megan's going to be campy throughout, and that is why I'm excited for it. I feel like she joins the Babadook as, like, unintentional ally. But I don't know. I might be wrong. Gods know I've been wrong about enough in my life. But I have faith in our Lord and Savior Megan. My spiritual guide Rick actually said to me, Bennett, Megan's going to be huge. Get on that Megan train. And I said, okay, Rick. I believe you. Because you're my spiritual advisor, my life coach, my healer. Also, I'm glad it's her and not, like, Brahms. Because that little dude pisses me off. It kind of helps that her creator is low-key queer-coded. as a childless lesbian who wants to raise her sister's kid and goes, what do? And then, of course, invents a murder robot to do it for her, like you do. Dude, if I had a nickel for every lesbian murder robot that I had ever been raised by, I would have one nickel. Did I just call my mom a lesbian murder robot? Maybe. Mom, please understand that's a compliment. What I'm excited for is when we get the horror movie response to all the like drag queens are grooming kids accusations in like another 2-3 years. I have no idea what it's gonna look like, but I'm excited for it conceptually. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't annoy you with my nose blowing, but I gotta do it. Nope, my brain just voided itself. I was gonna say something funny and cool and smart and clever and really meaningful. Forgot. It's not Lego bats, it's just bats. Like, they're just bats. They look extremely like Lego bats. But there's no Lego branding. I got it at Target a while ago. And by a while ago, I mean like years ago. But yes, my blanket is bats. Ooh. I think no one has noticed or said anything about it until now. So, there you go. Congratulations, Clip. You're the most observant. Usually there's a bloop, blah, bloop, blah, boop, boop, boop. Usually there's a Bennett blocking it. That's fair, I moved out of the way this time. And yeah, I guess most of the time it's either behind me or it's in my lap, keeping me warm. Did I? Yep. Okay. Cool. That's fine. So while I was out picking up paints, I also picked up a couple minis for Painted Big Bad Evil Guy. I've got my Celestial, my Construct, and my Giant sorted out, and I'm excited about all of them. Although I'm going to need to do a lot of converting on the Celestial, and a little bit of converting on the Giant and maybe the Construct. But I'm excited. One way or the other. Man, when everything's made of meat. Yo, Shiny Mew! How are you doing tonight, bud? I was about to say, when everything's made of meat, these Space Marines really look like they're wearing just like Speedos, hot pants, those sorts of things. No, Shiny Mew's been around. Not fully new. Not new at all, in fact. Unless I'm mixing you up with a different Shiny Mew paints. In which case, it's wild that there's more than one of you with that name. Ow, sharp, sharp, sharp. Ow, ow. Oh, playing Chaos Marines and stabbing yourself repeatedly. Could be better you broke a mini. Oh, no. What happened? If I break a mini in Solidarity, would that help? Because I will just snap the fucking leg off something real quick. Did that recently and it wasn't even yours. That's true. Winichiro's was devastated. Oh, shit. Well, I hope. Don't ruin them just because I did. Also, it's the same Shiny Mew, by the way. As far as I know, there's no other Shiny Mews on Twitch. That's what I thought. I'm just saying, if it would help your heart, I'll do it. I'll pop an arm off. I'll break a leg. But hopefully, the mini was one of those resin ones. So as per usual, that's the nature of the beast. Hopefully it's easy to glue back together. Sometimes they are. Often they're not, but sometimes they are. Yo, Mr. Crow! How you doing tonight? Everybody coming out this beautiful Monday. Well, actually, no, the weather's been fucking awful today, but, you know, it's a beautiful Monday in our hearts because we're with friends. Unfortunately, no, it isn't that bitch exploded when it hit the ground. Fuck! Just days to go, back to painting for the LVO. Yeah, so I just saw GW announce the LVO today. And yeah, it made me realize that I was just like not paying attention with how soon it was coming. So best of luck to you. How much do you have to paint before the LVO, Mr. Crow? You're like practically done already, right? Oh yeah, sorry. Forgot to translate that for everyone else. Yeah, the LVO is a Las Vegas Open. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Warhammer tournaments in United States. And G Dubs in the last couple years has really like put their stank on it. I don't know how else to phrase it. They've given it a lot more support in recent years, and like they do like big reveals during the LVO and stuff like that. Finishing touches on like 10 tanks. Oof! Well, I'm not in a rush to paint for LVO. I'm just painting casually and comfortably. Do you get penalized if your tank doesn't have a bottom? That's only in very particular tournaments, Clip. That's in the LVO After Dark. Or did you not mean that kind of bottom? Depends on if you prefer to be a top, I suppose. Just a heads up, I finished that Oni I was working on and I censored her so she'd be Twitch safe. Oh! Fuck yeah. I'll have to find that, unless you're gonna link it right now, which would be dope. Or put it in the Discord, or, you know, do whatever. But I want to see it. Oh, I didn't even... Fucking bot beat me to it. Alright. That's fine. Can I get there? Kind of. Twitch is okay with Ogre presenting nipples, surely. No, Twitch is not okay with Ogre presenting nipples. Twitch is no nipples whatsoever. Strictly no nips. You show the nips, you get the tips. What's up? Oh shit. Crap. In the gallery. And yes, the carpet matches the drapes. Oh, I really like that off-white bluish hair. Like, reminds me of, what's her name from Tenchi Muyo? Ryoko? I think that's her name. Yeah, it's Ryoko. The really aggressive alien. I actually got it right.
Shut up and take my money.
Clippert cheered 10. Did someone say nip tips?
Nip tips. Nip tips are a different website. But if you want a tip for nips, then you know, we'll talk about it. Send me a DM. Haven't thought about that show for years. Every now and then I just remember seeing it on Toonami as a teenager and like not understanding what I was watching fully, and like looking back on it and being like, oh, that was a harem anime. That was my first exposure to harem animes. That wasn't tea they were drinking in the spa. That was sake. They were getting drunk. Shiny Mew, I like that Oni. That's a good Oni. It makes me happy. What's the source on that mini again? Because I might have to just paint a naked Oni for once. Tenchi Muyo was such a banger. An aggressive space demon woman didn't awaken something in you at all. You know what, Clip? You're right. And but I wish you wouldn't say it. Just one stream, a single stream, I could go without just being brutally fucking red for filth. It'd be an option. It's an option. Doesn't have to happen, but I feel like it could. Oh, but now the eternal debate, which version? Space Demon or Space Pirate? Because they had like 3 versions of the show. Oh, they did though. Oh, it's a Twin Goddess mini. Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you, Shiny Mew. I appreciate. I've never painted an explicitly horny mini, so I think I'm gonna have to do that just for the novelty. I think it got rebooted several times, or maybe the timeline got screwy, Mr. Crow. Like, now that you're saying that, like, yes, for sure. But I don't remember the circumstances therein, or thereof. Thereupon. Some of the creature caster models are pretty boobalicious. I've never painted a creature caster model, but I can confirm that because I saw some of them today. And they definitely are. It's I don't know, it's a weird space. As a person who's pretty comfortable being horny on main, I always kind of feel like horny minis are like really, really weird. Like I don't know, it just feels like a weird time to be doing the nudity and the horniness, but at the same time, like, why the fuck not? You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just working through some of my own hang-ups. But that's a cool ass Oni. And thank you, Shiny Mew, for posting that link so that I can paint that Oni later. You highly recommend this seller. Fuck yeah. Why, I feel that way when people get really into the old Juan Diaz Slanesh models. I mean, the Juan Diaz Slanesh models are very good. Like, those are straight up some of the best demon models ever in Warhammer, but also, I think, just some of the nicest metal minis that have ever been produced. Ouch. They're wonderful, and I'm sad that I sold mine, but I'm glad that they went to my friend instead of oh no, I didn't sell them, I traded them because I needed something else. Anyway, I'm sad I don't have mine anymore, but also they're cool. Yeah, they're cool minis. I don't know. I think we just need to have more space in our lives to be casually, colloquially horny without being weird about it. Because I definitely think it's possible to be horny without being weird about it. It's just that, like, this very puritanical... I don't want to say Western society, but, like, we've got a very puritanical... both like sex obsessed and sex afraid American society at large, and like we need to work through that. If you do buy Gallivanter stuff, let me know Mike Marshall sent you. All right. I will. I'll give him that shout out. I'll do that name drop, as it will, as it were, not as it will. I knew what you meant. I picked up what you were putting down. I really the just this guy specifically with the massive beefy legs and like the little power armor around the feet. It really looks like he's running around in underwear and shoes, but no pants. This is so funny and goofy, and I love it. And he's got that little tail. Gallivanter has really good prints. I mean, I have to say, I think the couple that I've seen you paint have been like real crisp, clean, no print lines, no nothing. So, yeah, it's a pretty shining recommendation from Shiny Mew there. Vintage Phil Folio card game just got crowdfunding drive for a reprint. Phil Folio. Now that is a man who is casually horny and is weird about it, in my opinion. Phil is not the dude that I would think of when I think of casually horny and not weird about it. Wizwar. Oh, Wizwar! I have played a version of that. Unless it wasn't this, it was just a similarly named game. No, I've totally played this game. Yo, Wizwar's fun as fuck. Actually. Now, maybe I was drunk at the time. And that might account for some of my enthusiasm and enjoyment of it. But if I recall, Wizwar was great. And that is, in fact, a game I've been wanting to like find and play for quite a while. So I'm overjoyed that it's coming back. Oh, yeah, that Bowsette bite the boop boop boo. Stuttering is fun and cool to do. That Bowsette mini by Bite the Bullet. There's a lot of B's there. No wonder I fucked up. It's a good mini. I am a fan. That Bowsette by Bite the Bullet. Big Bowsette by Bite the Bullet. That's gonna be hard to get my paintbrush into. But I did it. They told me it couldn't be done. I said, "Yeah, no, I probably can." And I was right. I showed them. Quick little hand stretch, quick little water drink, quick little figure out what the next step of the painting process is going to be. Let's zoom out. That's, yeah, oh, I got it. I got the zooms right. Oh, I can move that back. That doesn't really need to be right there. Just line them up, make them look nice for the camera while I drink water. You can't even see that one. Go over here, champ. Success. Ooh, that's the ticket. The doctor called. He said, do this all the time. No cap, I was in high school when I seen Tenchi Muyo series, and only enough Ryoko didn't do it for me. Huh. Ryoko definitely got me. Was only supposed to be funny. Oh, yes, the hand stretches. Forgot the good. Oh, it's good. That's fine. That's lovely. Alright, I think I'm gonna throw a shade on the fleshy bits. More a fan of that pink-haired girl after they killed that one dude. The pink-haired girl, Waluigi. Wasabi. Wakizashi. What was her name? Let me just look that up. God, that name, it's right. What's Wamzimbo? Tenchi Muyo, pink hair. Oh, there's many people with pink hair. Washu. 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 Washu? Washu. I could have just waited for Clip to already know. But Washu was great. I also was into Washu. Tenchi Muyo was just a big horny show. Which I think was the point. I'm fairly certain. I say that with not as much confidence as I should have. Washu is sometimes Ryoko's creator and sometimes legit her mom. Yeah. Gremlin characters? Because there's something appealing about a gremlin. I'm not going to argue with that in the least. Alright, so let's see if I can stay on camera. Yeah, Tenchi Muyo must have had multiple timelines or something going on. Because, like, I remember being really confused, not realizing there were, like, multiple seasons or something where the story was changing. I don't know. I remember being really confused. To be fair, that's how I've spent most of my life. So it's not saying a whole lot. Turns out Adam was not prepared for Wiz War. I played Wiz War with Adam. I don't understand. Is he good or bad about that? Do I need to get in the Discord and look at some drama that you started with Adam? Where do I even find this? Why? He thought it was just another Steve Jackson Games project. He wouldn't be interested. He deleted the email without reading what it was. Oh. Well, I'm hype about it. I'm going to get in so many Wiz Wars. I'm just not going to be able to stop whizzing. Then again, I wouldn't necessarily call Washu a gremlin. She was that one trope, super smart, can totally whoop your ass, but she has a mischievous streak. I mean, honestly, like, I hesitate to say it because it's gonna make me feel gross, but that's basically the, like, Zen master. That's, like, one of the Zen master stereotypes that, like, and that's why, like, Yoda is the way he is. Like, super smart but doesn't take things seriously. That is what that is. Like, crazy old coot who's actually right about everything. Now, I'm not saying that Yoda is a sexy gremlin girl, but I'm not saying he's not. Yoda was just a Bob? Same trope happened in Sekire. Just a super smart, dirty old man. Oh. But see, that's like a monk, Buddhist monk trope thing, though. That's a thing. It exists. I'm not making this up. I just don't have the ability to back it up right now because I can't remember the names of movies. Oh, Bob Marley. Looking kind of gnarly. Okay, Kirby 64. I don't know why this is happening to me right. Oh, I do know. Because the eyeballs on this backpack remind me of the final boss of Kirby 64 of O2. Of that wild ass, like, eldritch god that Kirby fights in Kirby 64. That's what these little eyeballs on his backpack remind me of. After the wash, they don't look like eyeballs. I mean, they'll look like eyeballs. They'll look like eyeballs when I'm done painting them. But yeah, they're sort of in the what the fuck is that process? Which also, these are Chaos Marine possessed. Like, they're always gonna have some of that what the fuck is that flavor to them. But the goal is to have them be intelligible. Oh man, Flail Arm reminds me of... I guess they sit pretty high on Astartes. It's like snails. Flail Arm reminds me of that old Mutation Sprue bit. That's just like Big Bone Club Arm. This has very similar vibes. Except, you know, better. Newer? Recenter? Recenter. More recent would be the way to say that. Ooh. Okay, so I just remembered tomorrow's D&D streaming that I will be doing midday is going to be fleshing out a post-apocalyptic fantasy city. And I'm really excited about that. Maybe not post-apocalyptic, maybe currently apocalyptic. The last stronghold during the zombie apocalypse. That's going to be such a fun thing to just, like, put stuff in. Like, I've got a map sorted out. I just need, like, places to see and things to do. And it's going to be fun. I just remembered that. I'm really excited now. Now, what I should do before then is reread the old 2nd edition Ravenloft stuff and see if it has anything about that in it, so that I'm not having to create everything necessarily. Because that would be nice if I don't have to, but I can if I want to. Having the option, having the inspiration. Ooh, and I get to do 2 40k things this week. Friday, I'm going to be converting pilots on foot for my Chaos Knights. Just for the hell of it. Because I want to. And my personal hobby goal this year is to get my Chaos Knights army painted. We talking the Azalin done fucked up moment? So we're in, the party is in Falkovnia, which is a, like, zombie apocalypse, a sort of perpetual zombie apocalypse, realm. So I'm going to be fleshing out the quote-unquote safe city. Lekar? I have to decide how I'm going to pronounce it, which I'll have plenty of time to do tomorrow. But Yeah, I'm gonna be fleshing out that city. Because eventually that campaign's gonna start playing again. But no, Aslan's in what's Aslan's in a Darkon. I want to paint, but knowing my luck, Murphy's Law is gonna somehow fuck me over since it's been every chance it gets since Saturday. Mew, you should paint because I will channel the good vibes towards you using the Twitch that we are on together. I will send you the goodest of paint vibes, and it will work. Damn it! Just have to have faith. It all comes back to George Michael, but you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. The faith. Ah. Shiny, you know I'm asking you to paint. Say please, 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 just go and paint. Yeah. You should do it. I have faith in you. There's some Ravenloft adventure arc where Aslan was like, I'm outing 3,000 folks, and conducted a grand ritual that went horribly wrong because, of course, this is Ravenloft. Yeah, so I don't remember the name of the adventure, but yeah, so Darkon, he escaped Darkon and took Darkon from like a bad dark fantasy world to a bad dark fantasy world that is currently ending. Apocalyptically, magically. But Falkovnia is just zombie apocalypse. Classic zombie apocalypse tropes. So that's what we're doing there. Because I do not think the group playing in that campaign would actually like appreciate. I don't know. I feel like the vibe I get from them is that they're definitely game for zombie apocalypse. I don't know how they'd feel about spooky 70s fantasy. When my luck is this bad, no amount of good juju or leprechaun magic can pull me out of it until Murphy's Law decides to fuck with somebody else. I'm offering. I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure I can get Murphy off the bat, but I won't force you. Sorry for swearing so much, but holy crap, what chromatic deity did I piss off to have this horrible luck? Dude, this is an 18 plus stream. Like, first of all, skablow. Second of all, I fucking don't worry about it. Just cuss all you want. We're all adults here. You know, people who cuss more are more honest. Because they're not censoring themselves. Hashtag no filter. Yeah, what's the next step of painting these Space Marines? It's probably to Rattling Grime all the metals. Edge highlighting and maybe a dry brush. I mean, yes, but there's even more. I need to make them even darker first. No, actually, I do want to do some. I need to touch up some of the silver areas. I want to make the brights a little bright. I need to make the brights a little bright. I talk so good. Me and talk the best. Yeah. Let's bring that red up. Do you want to add a contrasting metal before you grime everything down? I don't. I do want to... Actually, I am going to experiment with popping the red up a layer before I grime everything down. Because I haven't tried that yet for some reason, and it seems like the perfect maneuver. It feels really foolish that I haven't tried that yet. So I'm going to bring the red up, and then I'm going to touch up on the silver, and then I'm going to grime everything. But I don't think I'm going to get that all done on stream tonight, now that I'm looking at the time. So we'll just do a little bit. Holy smokes, this red is red. Is this not the red I thought I picked up? No, it is. Okay. This is why it's gonna get toned down. Oh. Why? Zoom in, why not? God, I can hear the subwoofer upstairs from Whitey playing The Last of Us. It's so red the camera focus freaked out temporarily. Yeah, it'll do that. Did anything other than the Ryoko hair stick out? Let me find the Oni again. Because I didn't do a good job of keeping that image open. Oh, pictures. Ooh, thanks for Mr. Crow. I like the purple club. I like the color variation there. And I feel like I should recognize that ceramic on the base, but I don't. Or like, I recognize it just enough to go, I think I should recognize this, and then not know what it is. Whoa. The sake gourd, yes. It looks familiar, and not just because it's a sake gourd, but like it looks familiar in a way that I can't put my finger on. This red's so thick. There you go. That's better. Similar to the one that Ryoko actually carries. Oh, shit. Well, there you go. So did you just design this Oni to be Ryoko? Because she does wear a red and black bodysuit. Except the one Ryoko carries around isn't as small as that one. Ryoko's massive and doesn't have the Devil Ghost kanji on the cord. Well, it would make sense that it's on the gourd for the that Oni though. That's all, folks. Oni are known for drinking sake heavily, so are Tanuki. Fair, and that's what Tom Nook is. That's why his name's Tom Nook. Because it's sort of a pun on Tanuk. Get it? What I'm saying is Tom Nook is an alcoholic. In addition to being a landlord. Favorite part of the mini is the club as well, just because the way the Leviathan Purple came out. Normally you're not one for shiny contrast paints, but in this case it worked. I agree. It makes it look like lacquered, which is appropriate for a Tekubo? Tekubo? Tetsudo? No, that's a turtle. I can't remember what that kind of club is called. A Tetsuo, the Iron Man. No, it's I do think it's Tekubo, but I don't know why. Polished obsidian. Ah. Hell yeah. Going for like a Tetsubo. I was right. Polished obsidian Tetsubo. I like it. I think it works. Like that. I mean, you got the shine, because I interpreted it as like lacquered rather than polished stone. Like you got it. You got there, even if I didn't. You know. What? Oh, I just fucked up and didn't paint it. Cool. Love that. Now's my chance. Back of Decade. If I do paint that particular model again, I may end up adding metallic spikes to it. But this one you didn't really think metal spikes, just because obsidian as a rule is really hard stone. Well, yes. It's also really sharp. So, like, it would make sense that you wouldn't need metal spikes. If I remember correctly, obsidian... Oh, or is it volcanic glass? Is what got used in Maka Hidal's Mesoamerican swords that were, like, so sharp you could fucking cut a horse's head off with them. I don't know why that's the specific bit that I'm referring to, but Beast of Possessed look like they have actual muscle detail in their armor, So if these come out looking different, you don't have to go back and redo the old ones now that you have a new method. I mean, yeah. I'm not exactly going to go back and redo the old ones again anyway, because I've already just repainted all of my other Possessed within the last 6 months. I shan't be doing that again. But honestly, just as long as I can keep the... As long as I keep the vibes similar, I really don't care if they look perfectly like one another. Obsidian is technically volcanic glass, but if it is in a conglomerate state, it's more compact and hard. But yes, Obsidian does tend to have sharpened edges most of the time. There you go. Okay. Did not know that about Obsidian. That it's... Thought they were different materials, but it's not. It's the same material. Which is pretty dope. Ouch, they're sharp. You'd think I'd be used to touching sharp models by now, but no. Whoop. I'm just not used to holding models at all, apparently. Just throwing them everywhere, willy-nilly. Like they got better things to do than be in my hands. Which I know they don't, because my hands are gentle and caressing. Hey, your fucking, your special interests are special. And I support them. I did not, I was being a bit of an ultra-crepidarian talking about volcanic glass and not realizing that, Obsidian was volcanic glass. Also, Rockhound, a case in point, I've only been painting minis for a year, but you could swear I've been painting for 10 years. Jack of all trades, master of none, there you go. Picking up hobbies and skills and knowledges is one of the best things in life. If I do say myself. If I do say so myself, even. I could say myself, but I don't know why that would help. Did I paint that part? I didn't paint that part. Can I get a whoopsie? Alright. Fixed. Some of the best paint jobs are the most simplistic. I mean, yeah. Like, three-color paint job. You get your primary color, you get your secondary color, you do a spot color, boom. That's all you need. If you say yourself, you're effectively like a Pokemon that can only say their name. What? What? You right? Okay, fair. If I was a Pokemon, I would go, Bennett! 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 That would be the way that I would talk if I was a Pokemon. perpetual party mode. Some Pokemon don't say their name, though. Okay, now we're getting too deep into Pokemon lore. I didn't know that. What Pokemon don't say their names? Like, Meowth talks. Mr. Mime is utterly silent and popular with women. Mewtwo... fair. Mewtwo is a good example of that. But Mewtwo's also, like, unique and shit. And I guess, that other guy from the Pokemon movie, Lugia? Why do you think you can only use Fury Swipes? Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon that don't just say their name. In retrospect, now that it's been pointed out to me, I was incorrect. I'd like to issue a correction. I'd like to make a public apology. I said all Pokemon say their names, and this was wrong and incorrect of me. And I would like to apologize to the Pokemon community for being closed-minded. I disrespected your culture. And I'm sorry you were offended. And that is me practicing for an inevitable apology video when I say something wild. I wasn't offended, I was just correcting you politely. Oh no, I know. I didn't actually think you were offended. I would have genuinely apologized instead of making fun of YouTubers. Oh, geez. I gotta read this. When I was in grade school, high school, I was the Giovanni of my school. If somebody wanted a Pokemon Game Shark, I would charge them like $10 for it. It wasn't until my junior year that I stopped doing black market for Pokemon. That's awesome. I love that. That is just perfection. I was the reason Pokemon got banned from my elementary school because I got everybody so into Pokemon cards and Pokemon in general that they weren't paying attention in class anymore. So there's that. Nowadays, Nintendo makes it damn near impossible to cheese Pokemon. Like Pokemon do crimes. Well, nowadays, they took all the cheating out of video games. When I was a youngin', cheats were just a thing that were just in video games all the time. Sometimes they were just there from the start. You could just play with Big Head mode. You could win cheats by playing through levels. They were just part of the game experience. Nowadays, you cheat. People say you got an aimbot. People ban you from their NFT forums. I don't know. Does that happen to people? Did I get the leggies? I got the leggies. Alright. I think that's what I'm going to call it for the evening. beyond my normal time. Ooh, ah. Oh, not that far. It's not like it can't be done, but the second Nintendo catches word of you putting Pokemon that's not in the game, they'll snap their fingers and your console's banned. Yeah, exactly. It's just, there's no fun anymore. Fuckers took all the fun out of playing video games. Now they're all just microtransactions and like having a job that you're theoretically having fun with. Oh, I've never felt older than in this exact moment. Who are we reading tonight? On cheerier topics. Who are we reading? Ooh, I should make sure my Twitch isn't gonna just blast sound at y'all. Nope, not pin. How did I do that? Unpin. Mute. Let's talk to the Rhino painting. Something that isn't cavalry. Space Marines. The Mega Dino. Lethal Shadows. What do we got? My all missing no team is no longer tournament legal. I don't think it was ever tournament legal. I hesitate to tell you. I don't want to break your heart that way, Clip. But I think, oh god. Computer? What are you doing? Why is Twitch like this? Okay, cool, we're good. No? Okay, we're not good. What's happening? Computer, what are you doing? Well, what's Art Dad doing? Relic Blade Commission. Let's see what we're up to. We're just gonna click on everybody. Never decide. Only click. Click it with clip it. Alright, we got Algor Grunta over on Dad. Wow, my mouth do good to workins. My mouth do good to workins. Christ on a bike, I need to stop talking forever. What's Wicked painting? What's Runic Raccoon do? Matt, you told me I had to paint for dark. Ooh, that base look pretty though. Go to Wapalius. We're doing Wapalius tonight. It's been a minute since we raided Wapalius. Let's go. I'll be back tomorrow. Like I mentioned, we'll be taking pictures of grandmas and then turning them into zombies. No, we're not actually doing that. Although that's not the worst idea I've ever had. That's what I got. Let's go raid, baby! Night, everyone. Love you more than cheese. Oh fuck! What's this fucking? Oh, it's got 2 L's in it. Man, I told everybody I love them, and I don't even get to disappear and hide now. What is this life?
Some of the fabulous stuff that you've been painting on stream. And again, everybody please give Megan a follow while you're at it. see. This is, see, just, you see how I'm getting to be quite the Nostradamus here? Because not only can I predict when a raid is going to happen, not only can I predict who it's by, I am so able to predict it that we actually have fire. We have fire for the Holy Firemen. Thank you so much, Holy Firemen, for the raid. I appreciate that. I hope that you're doing well. Let's see, Singing Junebug. Sing Junebug, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And Holy Fireman, I hope that you are doing well. So, it had been a few weeks since we last did object source lighting on the channel. I know that's deplorable because typically that's what we're doing like every other stream is object source lighting. That's what we're going to be doing here on this sky. So we're just starting to establish some of that right now. It's going to be a little bit more along the lines like this. We have to establish, see something like this. Look at all these cooler colors, grayer colors here, using our fluorescence to really accelerate what we see there. Now we also, so a Holy Fireman, if you don't mind, if you could post, I know you just finished your stream. Hey there, Chaos, nice to see you again. So Holy Fireman, if you want to post any Insta links, Discord links, something like that, please go ahead and do that. And thank you so much. I appreciate that raid. If everybody could also, you got somebody else that you need to follow. That would be the Runic Raccoon. Hey there, Hannah, how you doing? So Runic Raccoon, nice to see you back again. And thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much, Reaper Shark, Armored Bunny Bear, JC the Trash Panda, and Hannah, thank you so much. Here, we'll get Hannah her toast right there. Right there. Now we should, well, let's just grab ourselves one of our object source lit. Gandalf's right there. Oh my goodness. What is it with all these? You're not a Balrog, are you? It's like, dude, I'm like made of stone. He's like, well, I don't know, the Balrog's made of like ash and flame. I mean, that's rock, isn't it? Thank you so much for that. Hey, Lethal Shadows Maiden. Sorry, Lethal Shadows Maiden. Freudian slip, so to speak. So, Lethal Shadows Maiden, I hope that you're doing well. And thank you so much, Eagle Hoof. I appreciate that. Hey, Gago, nice to see you. So, everybody, please give Runic Raccoon, Holy Fireman, and now Kagoma's Fury a follow. You should also follow Lethal Shadows Gaming. Ah, there's Lethal Shadows Gaming. So you got like 1 billion people that you need to follow. So go ahead and follow all of those. So Armored Bunny Beer, it is actually blackberry ginger ale with a touch of rum. Blackberry ginger ale and a touch of rum. It's actually my favorite. I really do love that stuff. Now, oh, here we go. Here's again another example of one of these little skulls right here. Right, so where we just wanted to get this object source lighting established as soon as possible. And again, we do a little bit of object source lighting on the channel here. And it's all forms, all colors. We have a bunch of little candle lights right here. Now, of course, oh, here we go. Here's another torch light here. It's an old Reaper figure there with some torch light, because why not? Now, it doesn't always have to be just the firelight. So here's some magenta light. Oh, look at this. Here's some blue light. And it's not just for individual miniatures because, oh, wait, it can be a bunch of stuff like, I don't know, a Moria army, right? Or my Dunlending army. Or, where's my dwarves? Oh, look at that. More object source lighting. Now, what we've been painting lately, of course, is a lot of this stuff. So we painted 2 units of these Starfall Knights. Had a blast doing those. So thank you so much, Trash Panda. I appreciate you being here, and thanks for the kind words too. So Valfera, let's see. Do you think you might be able to get yourself some sleep this time around, or do you think it'll be the usual waking up in the middle of the night? Now, here's again another example, and of course, that's Gandalf. It's like, see this here? Yeah, never fight a Balrog with a glow stick and a kitchen utensil. It's a bad idea. And of course, after you die, you know what your fabulous prize is going to be? A white robe. That's just super, Iluvatar. Thanks, appreciate that. So, well, a runic raccoon, and it's like we always say, right? When you want to get started with the oils, couple of really important things is, first of all, you're going to want to do these type of things. These little color chart things, they will get you really familiar with how those paints work. And of course, let me grab something else here. This is another important thing. Yeah, here, let's have this at hand. Sometimes just do a value study. Take one light color, one dark color, and then just paint the whole thing in those two colors. Do a value study just to kind of get yourself acclimated to the oils instead of, kind of making it difficult for yourself that first time around. Let's see. Well, I guess Velfair, yeah, it's almost winter here. It really hasn't been winter for weeks. It's almost winter again. I know that you, well, let's see, how many months did you wait for the stupid weather to try and alleviate your allergies, which it never really did it? Never quite did it. I don't think so, Valfera. I think it always just kind of was still there. All right, now, I'm going to take a different filbert brush here. Now let's get to some of this other lighter stuff. I'm going to change the